We are live.
Yeah, we are.
Hi.
Hey, are you high-fiving me? I don't know.
Virtual high five. Boop. All right. So, as some of the more observant people may have noticed tonight, no dementia and no even third person. Adam and I are winging this solo. We are the dynamic duo tonight, and we're going to create something very, very special for you people. So
Yeah.
we hope you're looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't have to look forward to it anymore because it's here, technically.
That's true. I'm dying to know what's going to happen. So before we go any further, let's start this off with a nice disclosure. The usual, nothing real fancy. Just reminding people of who we are, folks. We are the ultimate guide to Spooky Empire. We are not actually affiliated with Spooky Empire. We are not employees of Spooky Empire. We do not represent the opinions or anything else of Spooky Empire. We have practically nothing to do with them whatsoever.
Pretty much nothing.
Virtually, the only thing we have to do with them is that we are longtime fans. We have been going for many years, in cases for some of us, over a decade. We've got a lot of spooky experience under our belt, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about it and share with you, the little people.
I'm not a big person, so I mean that depends how you measure.
Slightly,
no, not like that.
Slightly bigger than average. I mean,
average is okay. That's fine. Average is fine.
I mean, let's B- we're talking here, okay? Not, maybe C+, B-, somewhere in that area.
See, I meant like in a celebrity level, like size of personality.
Yeah, well, huge in that case.
Huge.
All right, so before we get to the meat and potatoes of the show, let's play a quick game because, I like games.
I love games.
What am I drinking tonight? Would anyone like to take a guess on what I'm drinking? This fine drink, what does it look like? What could it be?
See, if you had to ask me, I would go with like a cider or something. It looks cider-ish.
Oh, sir, you have already nailed it. I am drinking. This is Three Daughters Key Lime Apple Cider.
Oh, that's nice.
It is. Now, as a man who loves fine things.
And that is you. You do love fine things.
I do. Not just any cider will do for a man who loves such fine things. No. Nothing short of pure excellence will do this for me. That's why when I choose a cider, I choose Three Daughters Key Lime Apple Cider.
And that's a proper drinkware that you're using for that, I believe.
It is.
No?
Yes. The sweet taste of apple cider mixed with the unique tartness of Florida's own key limes. It's a complex taste for a complex man.
Hey, you are complex and you have standards.
I try. They're low, but I have them. They're not non-existent.
Well, speaking of standards, I have. Do you want to? I mean, this is very hard to guess. I don't think you would ever guess it, but I will give you a shot.
Let's see. It's milk.
It could be milk. No, it is not milk. I am drinking Van Meer's lemon cheesecake liqueur.
Oh my! Pinky up, as a good drink should be enjoyed.
That's good. It is sweet. It is a dessert in a glass.
Oh, it sounds delightful. I'm envious.
It really is. All right.
Well,
now we've got the important part done.
We got our drinks on, so now, as the kids say, we got our drank on.
Drank? Is that how they say it now? I try to keep up.
That's how they said it about 5 or 6 years ago. I'm, what can I tell you? I haven't exactly kept up as best I should. But, now that we are enjoying a beverage, we can leave it at that. Let's break in with, I guess, the first bit of news since we have last left you.
Yeah, some guest announcements. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll go with the first one. We have Jen and Sylvia Soska, the Soska sisters, the Soska twins. So they're directors. They have done some really interesting horror movies. Probably best known for American Mary. I don't know if you've seen that. It's really, really twisted film. Definitely worth watching, though. Really, it's one of the more uncomfortable things I've seen in a while, so I highly recommend that. And they've done other things. They did kind of like a game show called Hellevator. They've written a ton of projects. They were actually signed to do a TV series for Painkiller Jane. That was a comic book, indie comic from the 90s that it didn't come to fruition. I don't know what happened, but I was really looking forward to that. It was a character I always liked back in the day. And that See No Evil 2, that was the WWE's Kane, giant, kind of evil, fiery wrestler. He was the star of that, and they directed that. So they've done some really interesting stuff over the years, and they have been to Florida conventions before, but this will be their first spooky appearance.
Awesome. That's a good addition, really. Yeah. I mean, with titles under their belt like Dead Hooker in a Trunk.
I gotta confess, I have not seen Dead Hooker in a Trunk.
Yeah,
that's completely on me.
It's not super recent. That was an 2009 release, but
I'm slacking, man. I'm slacking.
It's hard to keep. You can't watch it all. You have to pick and choose.
But yeah, like I said, just nothing else. Their creativity is off the chain, and I've met them once before. They're absolute delights. They and my wife got along very, very well based on some mutual love of characters. So it will be awesome to see them here at our own home convention. So
absolutely.
Yay, South Skies.
Yep. And I would love to say we have also on the guest list, we have Peter Criss of Kiss. So he's going to be a guest here. So that's his second Spooky appearance. So he's been. When was he last at Spooky?
Oh, good question. I think it's been 3 years. It's not ancient history. He's not like one of those guys who came in like 2009 or something like that. He was. It's only been 3 or 4 years for him. It's fairly recent. He came sometime He came in between Ace Frehley and Vinnie Vincent as far as the Spooky Empire Kiss guests.
Yeah, right.
So,
right. Yeah,
not too long ago. But yeah, he was absolutely a fan favorite. I only heard good stories about him. So I think people will, if you're a Kiss fan, you know what? Here's the original drummer. If you didn't catch him the first time, you can catch him this time. And so now Spooky will only be missing Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons, who, frankly, I think their price tag, since they're the only two original members of Kiss who are still in Kiss, they keep kicking everybody else out. But these guys, again, if you haven't seen Peter before, see him now. Who knows? Maybe means Ace is somewhere queued up for a future convention as well.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Good guest. And just to recap, we've already got a couple really good guests on board. We have Kathy Najimy. Mm-hmm. She was, she's returning. She was a favorite from a couple years ago, and the big guests. The X-Files. We have Fox and Mulder.
Yeah, that's all. That's pretty cool. I have seen a couple episodes of it because I tried to get back into it because I somehow missed the X-Files boat. I don't know what I was doing in my life. What years was X-Files anyway?
Late 90s. I think it went from like 94, 95 to 2000. I was in college, and I didn't have TV in college.
Right. That was like the high school to college transition time of my life. So I had the whole self-discovery, whatever. So, I wasn't watching a lot of TV. So that's why I missed the X-Files boat. So.
It's funny. I'm familiar with a lot of it. Like everything David Duchovny, for instance, has done outside of the X-Files.
Yeah, like what?
He did an awesome movie with Brad Pitt called California with a K. Where basically he's a guy that studies serial killers, and he goes on a road trip and he finds a random person to go with and happens to be a serial killer played by Brad Pitt.
Wow. Oh, wow. I just looked up that movie on IMDb, and Brad Pitt really does look like a serial killer in that.
He went, he's from Oklahoma, and he went pure Oklahoma roots for this one.
Yeah, he did.
So it's like I said, Brad Pitt was just mean as hell in that movie. So it's like I said, that if you were one of those people who, you know, back in the mid 90s, late 90s, whatever, you weren't really convinced that Brad Pitt could act, this was one of the movies that really would change your mind when you saw that.
Yeah. No, there's been a couple of what was the was it Burn After Reading?
Oh God, yes.
That's what he's
the right? Yeah.
Or am I thinking of another movie?
No, you Burn After Reading, where he plays the gym or the workout guy.
Yeah. That's the guy. Oh my God, I love that. What a fun shock that was. If you haven't seen that, anyone out there?
No spoiler alerts, but that's definitely something good to see.
Yep.
Getting back to David Duchovny, he also did. Oh shoot, I can't quite remember. He did a movie with Angelina Jolie. And I remember in the soundtrack for it had "Suicide Run" by INXS, and it's funny I can't remember it now. That was a fun movie. And then, you know, he did Californication, not to be confused with California, something else very different, but that was always a fun show. Right. And Zalman King's Red Shoe Diaries, he actually kind of was like the narrator, or not the narrator, but he kind of was telling the story of reading his wife's diary. So he didn't do any of the softcore porn. He just kind of introduced it.
Nice.
So, and then, so it's like I said, it'll be it's a great guest list so far. And
yeah, shape it up.
Here's something interesting to mention. If you think back to last year, I think there may have been like one or two guest announcements, but that was it. And normally Spooky doesn't like to do a lot of announcements until after San Diego Comic-Con. And this year they're kind of they're feeding us a little bit. They're just, you know, little taste here and there, but I like that they're announcing some of their bigger names a little bit earlier, because last year it was just the guy from Jaws, Richard yeah. And I think that was the one big name they had. Maybe there was another one or two, but this year they're already doing it a little bit quicker, and it's nice to see that for a change. It gets you excited a little bit earlier, because last year, you know, I didn't even feel like it was there until it was there. So
right. Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, it's building. We're kind of like a slow build of the excitement all the way.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the slow build. You know, just
slow build.
Keep it going up the X curve. And there it goes. Okay.
And that is slope, ladies and gentlemen.
Very slow. So speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, there's actually another con that might be on a few people's radars.
Yeah. We got SuperCon, Fort Lauderdale. This is next weekend.
Yes, July 12th.
July 12th. Yeah, right. Yep. Next week. Yeah, so not this weekend. Next weekend. So yeah, Spooky Empire is going to have a table there, right?
Yeah. So if you see, you know, if you drop by and you see them, you know, tell them that the Ultimate Guide people say hello.
Hello. Yes, please do. Who's going to be at the table? Is it going to be Petey?
I'm imagining Peter and Jeannie. They may have somebody else. I'm not sure. I just know that they have a table there this year. So, so good for him. And you know, while you're there, they actually have a really interesting guest list that would appeal to, you know, horror fans, and then a lot of just, you know, really cool pop culture stuff. I mean, you got a few of the names in front of you there?
Yeah, I got. I don't even know if I'm going to say it right.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with Giodi Amge.
That's as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the world's tiniest lady, and Amazon Eve from American Horror Story Freak Show.
Yeah, they were both in that season of it, and
that's a cool guest. I mean, that's really cool.
And they've been to Spooky before too. They're old Spooky people. I know they've been. I think they've both been one time when they brought like just a ton of the Freak Show crowd. So that's cool. Good guests down there, real friendly. I know the tiny lady. I don't think she speaks English, but Eve definitely does. So, you know.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
The unforgettable Lou Ferrigno.
You know. Do you know how much effort Lou's going to put in when he's there?
How much? What?
110%.
Wait, what's that from? You're referencing something.
It's just anytime Lou says he's doing something, I give you 110%.
Oh my God, really? That's a thing? I've never heard him say that.
Oh, constantly.
I've never really talked to him.
Constantly. Where I remember, I mean, you know, how many conversations have you actually had with Lou Ferrigno, or interviews have you just watched with Lou Ferrigno? Not the Hulk, not just Lou.
Yeah.
But he did Celebrity Apprentice years ago and was always talking about giving 110%.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Oh, and beyond that, we have Ben Furuya, Ultraman.
Ultraman. I mean,
yep.
For fans of Ultraman and you're out there, that's a huge get. That's just an awesome cult character that, you know, the audience might not be huge, but they are loud and they are loyal. So definitely wanted to give that a plug.
Oh yeah, that's what a very SuperCon guest. And Judith Hoag is going to be there from Halloween Town, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The original April O'Neil.
Yep. Yeah, I played Ninja Turtles arcade game just last night.
How'd you do?
I did pretty good. I mean, it was free play, so you know I died like a bajillion times. Whatever, it's good. It's always a fun game till the button. There's always a button that sticks.
Fun fact about that game. Back in whenever it came out, I got all the way up to the battle with Shredder, and I quit.
Why did you quit?
Out beating. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was frustrated because I was playing with 3 or 4 friends. We just kept dying over and over and over. And eventually I just said, screw it. I'm not wasting any more quarters. I'm going to play pinball.
Yeah, well, it happens.
One of my great regrets in life, truth be told.
There's another guest. I will let you guess. I'll give everybody a hint.
Let's see. Goonies. Is it Sean Astin?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is it Corey Feldman?
No, it's not Corey Feldman.
Well, and who could it be?
It is Key. Can't. You say the name. It's Key. Short Round.
It is Ke Huy Quan. Yes, Short Round from Temple of Doom and Data from the Goonies. Which
Data.
You know, here's a funny thing. He went like missing for years. I think he was working like Hong Kong theater for a while, but people were like looking for him, and they're like, "Well, we don't really know where he is. We hear he's doing stunt work in another country."
Wow. Oh. Well, so he was just doing stage, like just nobody knew. He was doing like small stage work.
I don't know. You know, it's one of those things in the early internet years, people still weren't really completely connected with one another yet, but they were always trying. Like, you know, we all knew where Corey Feldman was.
No, yeah. Yeah, we all had our Feldman trackers on. It was, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because Feldman never really disappeared. Sean Astin, you know, he came and he went, but you always see him pop up in something every once in a while. You saw him in Rudy. You know, that was Rudy, and then later Lord of the Rings. And then people were always asking, "Oh, Chunk." Chunk became like a big high-power lawyer in L.A.
Of course.
But no one knew where Data was. So he's back. Yay. And he's at SuperCon.
He's at SuperCon. And and they also have Michael Rooker from Walking Dead. Henry.
Rooker's a great guest. If you guys haven't met him before, you probably should have by now. He does quite a few convention appearances. Although he used to be pretty famous for canceling them. I think he was scheduled for Spooky, I think, 3 times before he finally showed.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a working actor. Working actors often have to cancel their appearance.
Yeah, yeah. So,
but funny story about Rooker. I didn't meet him in line, but I was in the hall. This is back when Spooky was at the DoubleTree, and I have a buddy who's his name Will's about 6'4", and he would just like to torture my son. Just, you know, play fight him a little bit, but just, you know, my son would jokingly be scared to death of him because he knew Mr. Will was going to come and Mr. Will would just grab him and pick him up.
Yeah.
And so Will is in the middle of just kind of, you know, holding him upside down, and he's just screaming, "Dad, help, help!" And Rooker's walking by, and I just look at him like, "I don't know why you're calling me Dad. I've never seen you before, kid." And Rooker just looks over and goes, "Yeah," and then walks on.
Nice.
Yeah, he appreciated my parenting style. That means the world to me.
Well, good. You know, I think you're going to get parenting advice from anybody. It's Rooker.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, hey, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he proved he was a hell of a father.
That's true. Yeah. What was it? He might be your daddy, but he ain't your father. What is the line? Something like that?
Oh, shoot. Something. You know, I don't really remember. I need to watch it one more time, I think.
It's something. It's basically that. I'm having a drink malfunction. there's I have physics fighting me. Okay, so I put a couple ice cubes in there to keep it chilled. It turns out that lemon cheesecake liqueur almost congealed. It's not actually congealed. It's not like Jello, but it has considerably thickened to the point where when I try to sip it, one ice cube completely blocks the flow. It can't. It's not fluid enough now to get around the ice cube, and I'm having troubles.
All right, viewers, I need you to get into the chat room right now. I know there's about a dozen of you or so right now. One of you has a physics degree. We know our audience is off the chain IQs. We need one of you to explain what's happening.
You're smart folks. We believe in you.
We could use you. All right, so so that's SuperCon. That's next weekend. Not not Saturday, but week from there. But what's going on this weekend? Perhaps something a little bit closer to the local Orlando people who may or may not be watching, or at least the Central Florida people.
Central Florida, absolutely. Geez, I don't know. I'm not sure what it could be because, God, I'm just so sleepy.
Well, you know what? This little event that's coming up would be just perfect for you.
How would it be perfect for my tired eyes?
Let me explain. I'm glad you asked. Coffee Shop of Horrors, folks. You know them. You love them. You've drank their coffee for free. You've probably bought their coffee. Well, they're having a grand, I guess it's a grand opening. It's not a reopening, but they just moved to a new location in Mount Verde, Florida, just to the west of Orlando.
Yep.
And they have a new location. It's beautiful. And they're going to have a party this Saturday from 9 to midnight, or sorry, from noon to 9 p.m. And they've got a ton of stuff going on. There is music. They've got food. They've got coffee-infused beer. Let me repeat that. They have coffee-infused beer.
I want some.
You should.
I'm gonna head out there. I'm not sure what my day's like Saturday, but if I can get out there, it's about. I think I mapped it. It's about 25 to 30 minutes outside of downtown Orlando.
Yeah, unfortunately there's not really a quick way straight from Orlando, but just keep going a little bit further on 408, and you'll find let's see, I'm gonna just make sure I'm right. Yeah, Mount Verde, Florida, and check out their Facebook page. There's an event. There's a link that has all the information about what's going on. I was actually there at their location last weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it there this weekend because my family's getting a little bit bigger, so I have to take care of that. But getting a dog, yay!
Yay! Congratulations!
Thank you. But I'm not going to be able to attend, but I was there this weekend, and let me tell you, the new location is beautiful. It's in an old building that they've refurnished. It's got some just amazing furniture. There's great artwork all over the place from some very familiar spooky artists. As soon as you go in, you'll say, "Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is." It's good stuff, really impressive. And while we were there, they are making soft serve ice cream out of their coffee flavors. And they have their Stranger Things themed flavor, the Stranger Brew, I think, or no, it's not Stranger Brew. It's a waffle and syrup flavored coffee.
Wow!
They turned that into their soft serve ice cream.
Oh God, I want some.
It was so freaking good, and for me, it was a savior because it is lactose free.
Oh,
so, bonus, but it doesn't taste like a lot of crappy lactose free ice cream. This was really good.
Yeah. So I've seen the pictures that they've been posting. So the place is as beautiful as the pictures show. I mean, it looks awesome. It looks super comfortable. I really do want to get out there.
Yeah, no. Like I said, they've got just a couple just giant tables. It's a good place to hang out. So, if you find yourself in that neck of the woods, definitely go. And again, if you don't have any plans this weekend, go there. Go.
I just might.
Stop watching your Netflix. I know Glow is out, and that's important to people.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean. But you know what? You could probably just bring your headphones and comfortably sit and drink coffee-infused beer. Or was it beer-infused coffee or coffee-infused beer?
Beer-infused coffee. No. Beer-infused
Carry the one.
I don't math.
There's my dog. That's
Hi,
what
dog.
Yep. He's famous. I just figured I'd show that he's just like doing this. He's doing like this ninja pose. It was too much. I had to put him on the air. Congratulations, you're famous now.
I might be able to do that next week too.
Yeah, you can. Oh my God, you have to put that's rule number one. You get a dog, you put him on the internet.
Yeah, that's. I think it's law. It's written somewhere.
Yeah. So, speaking of putting things on the internet.
So anyway, like I said, this Saturday, 12 to 9. Like I said, there's barbecue, there's beer, there's shockingly enough coffee. And pick yourself up some, because when I was there, I got some of their peanut butter cup coffee, and so good.
I'm actually due to acquire some more coffee, so this would be well. I'll just call it my grocery shopping because I have to go. I've justified it. So speaking about putting things out on the internet, so our good friends over at Sideshow Sauces has been doing their Kickstarter to raise up some dough. They raised $5,384, beating their goal of $5,000 by almost $400. Apparently there was a rush in the last 36 hours, and everybody really came to bat for them. So that's awesome. If you donated, make sure you respond to the email that was sent out to claim your rewards, because this is a Kickstarter. You get your kickbacks. It's in the name. But I think that's really great that they've got that they met the goal. So congrats, guys. That's awesome. Keep kicking ass, Sideshow Sauces.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And it's funny because I watched it pretty carefully. We actually donated twice. Midway, like early on, we threw in about 20, 25 bucks or so. And then when midway through, they kind of were looking a little stagnant. So I'm like, well, we'll give them another push and see what happens. And it's just funny how Kickstarters always work, because so many times people all wait to the last minute. I don't know why we all do that.
I don't know. We're procrastinators as human beings.
It was well done though, and people are getting shirts, they're getting sauces now, they're gonna get bumper stickers, whatever you can think of, and so more spooky family, they succeeded and did very well for themselves, so that's awesome. And
I'm really happy for them. I really am.
More sauce. That's always a good thing. I'm running low on mine, as a matter of fact. I used up all my hotter than hell pineapple habanero pineapple scorpion pepper hot sauce. So
I think I'm out of hot sauce. Son of a bitch. Well, I know where to go for more hot sauce.
You do. Although I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure they're making right now. I think they just have their rubs right now. I'm not sure there's actually the sauces available, but it will be again soon. So just bide your time, sir. Bide it.
I'll buy the Cholula sauce for now, I guess.
Chalupa sauce?
Chula. What's that brand? It's it's at the grocery store.
No idea. You know what? Other tip: until their stuff's ready to go, you can take a handful of sauce from Taco Bell. It's not nearly as good.
I can rob from Taco Bell. That's great.
I don't recommend it, but any port in a storm until you can get the good stuff at Sideshow. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So any port in a storm.
I'm not sure that phrase has ever been used in conjunction with hot sauce before.
I don't know, but I'm wearing a fisherman's hat, so that works.
Fantastic. All right, so I think we can start wrapping things up. I know it's a bit of a short show tonight, but we covered some interesting things. Maybe there's one last thing to talk about, just because spooky regular Alex Vincent, there's some news that possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of affects him in a roundabout way.
Go on.
Did you see the recent remake of It earlier this year, or was it, I guess, end of last year?
I did, yeah. It's actually now available to stream on HBO. So I'm looking forward to another viewing.
Okay, so you enjoyed it. It was acceptable.
I did.
Okay, very.
And I'm a Stephen King fan, and so yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good interpretation.
All right. Well, you know how Hollywood works. they shun original ideas.
Yeah.
Their original ideas are the enemy. And why make something new when you can just remake something old?
Jurassic Park. It's great. I'm not going to diss it, but yeah, they're on their aren't they going to make even another one? But yeah, I hear what you're saying, man.
Okay. Well, based on the success of it, other older horror franchises featuring children are being looked at. So you probably have already put 2 and 2 together since I mentioned Alex Vincent earlier. They're looking or considering a remake of Child's Play.
Oh man, interesting. Oh man, can Vincent be like the old cop this time?
I'm curious where they would try to stick him in. I mean, you know, they almost always give a role to, you know, the original cast if they want it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'd get something, but I don't know what. But it's going back to the well, and this time Child's Play.
Wow. I mean, it's kind of I don't want to say timeless. I almost said timeless, but like that's how you describe A Miracle on 34th Street.
It's those two movies are not to be used in the same sentence.
No, I know. Yes. Well, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even Christmas in Child. Wait, was it Christmas in Child's Play? Or am I thinking of something else?
You know, I think you're thinking of something else, but so many like Gremlins took place in Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking about like little creatures running around at Christmas time. I'm probably thinking Gremlins. But my point being is the whole concept of a demonic possessed toy that it's that whole innocence, you know, childhood innocence gone wrong and horrible and murderous. And I think that is a concept that is timeless in horror. I don't think you can overdo that. Just keep bringing it back. It's fine. I'm fine with this.
I still like the idea of being scared of small dolls come to life. I mean, Trilogy of Terror, you had the Zuni doll. That was creepy. You don't remember the Zuni doll?
Zuni? What are you saying?
Zuni. Yes.
Sounds foreign.
It's hard to, you know, if I explain it, it'll just sound stupid. And it kind of was, but at the time it was scary. Now it's laughably funny, but everyone still likes the Zuni doll, if you remember Trilogy of Terror. It's basically a small little African tribal doll housed the spirit of a great warrior who tries to kill the woman who receives it as a gift.
Oh, wow. All right.
And he goes, it's ridiculous, but I guess back in the day, scared some people. So
all right.
There you go. Anyway, so people who are making or possibly making a Child's Play remake, Godspeed. I hope you use Brad Dourif's voice again. He's still perfect.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah, do it. Holy crap. Why not?
You know what? If they're so insistent upon not giving us more Deadwood, at least use him in this role, please.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to CG it? Do you think they're going to CG the doll? They're probably going to CG the doll.
That would ruin it. You know what? Here's an idea. Let's give it to Guillermo del Toro because he won't use CGI.
Yeah. No, he won't. Yeah. And then
he likes movies where children get killed. I mean, that's a fact.
And if he does the movie, then there's probably a high chance that some woman's going to have sex with it. So.
Does that happen?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay. All right, so let's leave on women having sex with demonic dolls. I think that's a good place to end this.
That's a good note to go out on. You can't
have everyone. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you and just enjoying the two of us just banter back and forth and babble on, and we hope you learned something tonight.
Don't put too much ice in your lemon cheesecake liqueur.
And remember, key lime apple cider. This is what discerning cider drinkers enjoy. So, by the way, to the makers of both of these beverages, you owe us $10,000. We will accept money orders.
Or gift cards to Coffee Shop of Horrors.
Okay, there we go. All right, that's a plan. Folks, thank you again for watching. We will see you in a week or so. If there's some huge news, we'll be there. So
and we'll tell you about it.
We will. Good
All
night.
right. Cheers. High five out.